What is up? What is up? Hello, people. I'm getting really bad YouTube connectivity here. Seems to be improving, maybe. Let's see. Is it any better? It's still showing yellow, like it's slowly recovering, but it's going up and down. What is with YouTube, dude? Let me try the other one. I'll stop and restart. Okay, I'm hoping this is better. And I hope you guys can also hear me. I think it's like severely delayed now. Let's see. Delay check, delay check. Let's see. Delay check. No, we're good now. Okay, so I was on the backup ingest server, which I thought was usually better than the primary server for YouTube, but I switched to the primary server and now it's fast. We're at green bars, etc. Just waiting for some coffee to brew, and then I'll be jumping into the dev. And I have no idea what we're gonna do today, but we're gonna do something productive, that's all I know. BRB. Alright, hello, and welcome to Need Free-to-Play Sunday Development Streams. We're back. We haven't had one since like April or March, because I was working on the 98 smithing grind, which finished in April, but then I was moving, and then I just didn't want to, do anything for a while. So now we're back, and let me just take down the stream. Hold on. Not take down the stream. That would be bad. Let me take down the starting soon thing. In a second. So I think I usually do this like this. Like that. Or like that. There we go. Okay. Okay, close this, close this, close this. Okay. Here we go. What is up? So, what are we gonna work on today? I don't know. There's like so many things. Like, we're trying to use Linux. Like, porting the server to Linux is a whole thing. I don't know what service I used. Basically, the current provider is not. It doesn't matter because we can take backups, and I've been taking weekly backups, which reminds me I should probably start with that. Let me start with that. Taking the weekly backup. So, it doesn't really matter, even if the current provider is, like, shady, because I can still take weekly backups, and then we're never in the situation that we were before, basically. But yeah, let me take this back up real quick. I'll just put this on the computer desk. Okay, so... Sorry guys, there might be a little bit of a blip on the server there. Every time I log in, it kind of like goes to 100% CPU, and I just assume it's slow. It might not actually be on RSC. I don't really know. You guys let me know sometime. Or I should just test it myself. But basically, I'm just going to do a backup. We're here. It's pretty simple to do. Just using a cloud backup provider. I'm also keeping it off-site, so like off the internet as well. So backups, and then we got the provider. So we're gonna grab the backups for today. I guess yesterday. Yeah, today. This would be today. Okay, scroll. Oh, okay, can't scroll anymore. Got it. Drag. Drag. And then what I do is with my provider, I just make sure it's only on the cloud, so it doesn't take space on the server. Boom. And boom. I don't know why you open that. Boom. Should be a boom. There we go. Alright. Then you close this. And then now, this device, we download the backups that I just downloaded. This laptop that I have on the desk is so weird because the function key is on the far left. Like it's not the control key. So I'm always, when I do something with the control key, I'm always doing the wrong key. It's so stupid. Okay, so let me get the Z backups. and download them. Okay. So we have the backups downloaded to the folder on my laptop, and we're good there. So we have those now. So we're good. I can put this back and we can get back to development. So yeah, getting the server working on Linux is like not a priority, but it's definitely something we should do eventually. So yeah, I'm trying to remember what the provider was. Let me look it up on the other screen. Yeah, I went with UpCloud. That was the one. UpCloud was a little bit pricier than other options for Linux, but it seemed easy to use, so I might try it again. Yeah, that's definitely something that we have to consider for the future. So there's like a lot going on. The things I really want to do are fix sleep words. This is kind of a huge issue. I think I want to tackle these two today because they're kind of like big issues. So this one is like counter names are still not working. So I fixed this like multiple times. So when you rename an account right now, it only checks if the case the user entered is taken. So then, basically, like if someone then changes their name to a different case of a username that already exists, then the game doesn't know which one to take. And so if the other one is banned, in this example, which was true, then the person that just renamed their account all of a sudden is banned. So, since we are using where binary in this API, SQL will only give us usernames that match the exact casing. So where binary username equals G, return no results when the user tried to rename, so the rename succeeded. However, the user could not log in after, yep, it takes the first character, doesn't key sensitive match it, and then it finds the other one and it's banned. So yeah, I remember we specifically used where binary for some reason. Because if a user tries to rename their account to the same name, but with some character case changes, the rename modal cannot do this. I don't know. I think we just need to remove binary, but yeah, this is where we added where binary. So, but we also added other stuff, so I don't know if binary was necessary, you know? So we're setting former name to current name. We're setting username to new name. Where ID is account ID. And where website user ID is user ID. And then we're saying, and not exists, select username from players, where username is equal to new name. But I just think that should not be a binary check. Because where binary basically only does a case sensitive, so it won't find a different casing. So and so then this third line is saying select the username from players where the username is the new name that they're trying to change it to. And make sure that's the same as the current name. Huh. That part I don't get. I think we'll just remove binary and see if that works very well. Do we have a develop branch for this project? I forget. Okay, no. So, git checkout. How have I been naming these? Okay, F2P 209, we'll say. So, I'm trying to take this into account with the feedback that I've gotten before. So like, we go to need free to play Next.js, which by the way, I have seen the new issue. I'm gonna look into that soon. Maybe this stream. The original issue that prompted all this was Black Death was trying to rename his name to like a different case. Trying to rename my username to capital letters at the start of each word, but when I do it, nothing happens. So honestly, as long as the username that you're trying to rename to doesn't exist, case insensitive, then we should respect the case and just give you the new case. Let's see. I think this is gonna work. Let's just try it a couple times. Okay, so I'm gonna log in to localhost. How do I want to do this? I think this is fine. I think this is fine. Let's go with this. Okay, so I really need to fix this page, make it look cooler. Not this page, the one before. Let me just try to rename somebody to Weapon 1. What the hell? Let me try to rename some like stupid account that I create. Or I don't know. Let's try naming him to G. So it shouldn't allow it. I think. But before I do this, I want to make sure it's going to work. So I'm going to do this. Let's copy this SQL. New query tab. Let's say, this should be fine. Let's say use free play. And then update player, set former name equal to, okay, let me think about this. So former name would be current name, so then that would be weapon 1. Username would be new name. Okay, this is where I might not have to hide this a little bit. Actually, it's an integer, so I think it's fine. Yeah. We're good. And then website user ID. This is fine. Oh, although I don't know if that is something like that. Maybe I'll hide this. Hold on a sec, guys. Okay, so that would be the website user ID, and then new name would be next. So let me say JG and something in. Okay. I didn't realize this question mark was here. So then we're saying the current name, which is weapon 1, is in a select based on the website user ID. So let's fill that in. Okay. Okay, so if I select not exists, then it returns 0, and that's good. And then the second line returns true, and then former name is equal to Okay, so for this rename, I think it would fail because the second line, when I try to change this to G, this is gonna fail because G already exists as a username. Okay. Yeah, so this should fail. So let's see. The new name entered is taken. Please try another one. But I should be able to do like this. Or I guess just say weapon one. There, like that. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Just a different casing. So I should be able to do that. So like, let me run through that scenario. Okay, so this won't work because when it tries to look for a player with the name weapon1 lowercase, it's gonna find it. But that is the player that's renaming. I almost feel like we should have another condition here that says, and ID is not equal to the current ID of the player. So then, okay, let me think. So we need account ID here again. Okay, so yeah, by adding this, if I'm renaming my own account to a different casing, this is gonna return a record, but if I add this, then it doesn't because it's the same user. So I think that works better because then basically that means you can rename your username to a different casing. But it doesn't let you rename to a different casing if it's taken by somebody else. Hey Matt, how's it going? Yeah, there are a lot of broken sleep words, and that's something I definitely want to fix. And it's something that Log said, like, basically, it's something like the documentation is just as wrong, and I need to fix it. But Log gave me info on how to fix that. Yeah, like here's an example. The image file is named Aduances with a U, but it doesn't look like it. Another one would be this stuff. I don't know. Like, look at this right here. Androids. So you type androids, but the file name is what you're supposed to type. So then Android is what you're supposed to type, but it has an S. Like, there's a bunch of stuff like that. And there's a different ticket for that. I'm gonna fix that too in the next week or so. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely gotta get fixed. Definitely. I think we fixed this though. So if I add this check, let's see, because we got account ID, username ID. Wait, account ID, user ID, new name, account ID, current name. Okay, yeah, so I think... yeah, so this should go through. I might refresh this page. Rename. So I can't name to G because it's taken by somebody else. I can't name to, you know, a different casing of Vahova. Right? Because this name is taken. Let's see. But if I do this, which is a different casing of my own name, it should work. So let's refresh. Yeah. Cool. Okay, but if I try to rename food 2 to, like, you know, Mad Attacks, that doesn't work. This also doesn't work. Yeah, I think we fixed it. Yeah, I think we're gonna commit this then. So okay. Okay, so that's good. And then let's move on to the next one. I guess I'll create a PR for that real quick. Yeah, this is fine. What's the ticket title? Okay, so there's a PR for it. Pretty simple changes. Not equals to question mark. Okay. Code review and done. Okay, so I want to fix this one next because it's kind of like a big deal. Sleepbirds are kind of a bigger deal. Sleepbirds are definitely a bigger deal. Okay, hold on. I think we should fix sleepbirds first. It's just kind of gonna be like a lot of work. Yeah, adwances. Adwances is not a word. Thanks, OpenRC. So we're using the images here for sleepbirds. And it was archived by the user on 2021. Interesting. I never even noticed that. Okay. Well. So if we go to OpenRC's GitHub page and go to the hosting your own server wiki page, I wonder if it still says this. Okay, so it says, unless you add sleep images, server will display sleep. We don't have authentic word lists. Instead, use generated images from RC plus replays on production. Links to an archived captcha archive. Just remove fatigue altogether, problem solved. If only. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, links you to an archived captcha archive that log doesn't even use anymore. Like, he uses something else. So log uses this. And this is where it's like not very easy to do because like we have to write a program that does something. I forget. Let me follow my own post. So log is using a different set of sleepword images based on this tree's PNG folder. So let's look at one of these. So it's a sleep word and it says incorrect. That's important. So I think that means that someone got it incorrect. Let me go back. Okay. Here's what we need to do. Download the PNG folder linked. Create a program that does the following. For each file in PNG, look for file names not including incorrect, and extract the correctly spelled word from between the first two underscores, like this. Sleep underscore correctly spelled word. So let's scroll down. I don't even see any that don't have incorrect. Huh. Should probably just pull this down. I'm gonna pull this down to my computer and then we'll, like, look at it. this isn't the best place for it. Let me see. CD. I'll just use personal, whatever. Git clone. Oh, unable to create file, it's too long. File name too long. Huh. See, this is what sucks about using Windows when everybody else that uses this framework uses Linux. Yeah, I don't think we got anything. Let's see. Okay, RSC plus replay sleep words. Okay, we do have a lot of images here, but we lost like a lot of them. So I don't know. I wonder if you can get like the logs of a git checkout or clone. I wonder how many we have. If it's like a lot of them, then I mean, I don't really care too much. Is this it? I think this is it. Okay, so let's see. Properties. 8,000 files. So basically, what we would need to do is for each of these file names that doesn't have incorrect, we have to get the word between sleep and the player name, extract it, and then that's the sleep word name, basically. So then, okay, so let me go back to my thing. So extract that word and then copy the file to a new folder, set the name to the correctly spelled word, and set it as a PNG. And then we're gonna have to clear out the sleep words folder on the free-to-play production server in a maintenance period, and then basically put the new files in there. So let me see how many files that would be. I wonder if you can do like a not check with Agent Ransack. I guess we can look for this. And it can tell us how many match case on. Not necessarily. Okay, it found 83 items with incorrect. Huh. I think that means we have over 8,000 working sleep words. Oh no, now it's saying 2,700. Oh, okay. So... Yeah, okay, so... There's 2,718. So that still gives us, like, 5,000 sleep words. Which is good enough, I think. I kind of want to get clone again and look at the log and see how many of those files were, like, not incorrect. Maybe I just will do that. Redundant. Okay, so there are some sleep words that are not incorrect. I don't know, it looks like it's like half and half. Yeah, so we won't be able to get all of them. But we'll probably, like, miss out on, like, I don't know, 200 or something? Nothing crazy. Okay, cool. I think we're good to go here. So... Yes, and then after that, I think we're gonna create a repo with those files. And I might put this into a log now, so that we can look back at it later. Come on. Oh wait, I think this is not the log I'm looking for. Sorry, this might cause epilepsy. Look away from the screen for a second, guys. Do not look at the screen if you are subject to epilepsy. Oh god. It's just how it works when you're going down in terminal with a select. Okay, let's go up a little bit. Come on. We're almost there. There we go. Somewhere around here. Okay, so with the git clone, I'm gonna say this is like failures. And then, so now we have that in there. And I guess if we open this in code, we can see how many failed. So from 9 to 356, basically, there are like 345 that are too long. So, yeah, it looks like they're mostly, I don't know, like we're losing out on like, I don't know. $150, I'd say. 150 of them are not incorrect and can't be downloaded. So anyway, I might keep that in my mind. But anyway, we're gonna create a script. So let's do that. The best way I know how to create scripts is with like console apps and .NET. There are different ways you could do this. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna make a console app or something like that. probably ways to do this via JavaScript. Oh, we can put this into active because we're now working on it in progress. And we're going to create a console app with C#. We're going to name it sleep word extractor. We're going to put it C projects. Oh wait, no. I think I put stuff into dev now. So personal. Yeah, select folder. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that. Next. And it's been a while since I've done C# stuff, so this is gonna be a little bit tricky. I'm probably gonna have to do some research. Hold on one sec, guys. I'm gonna close my window. There's some like loud stuff happening outside. Alright, I am back. You can probably still hear the loud music, but anyway. We are going to have a program do something. So, wow, this is way different from what I'm used to. So usually there's like a static main thing. I wonder if that's changed in .NET. Let's just start with a console.writeLine testing this thing, and then, because it's not JavaScript, I need that, and then console.readline. Run it, and it should just print out testing this thing in a console command thing, and then if you press enter, it's just done. So that's cool. So, think about how I want to do this. I guess we'll work with this folder. So we'll say can you still do @ like that? Oh. Okay, so we do need something. Yeah, this can't be here. Okay. I have no idea where to start with this. So this is a lot different from when I made console apps like 10 years ago. Public void main. Yeah, I don't even know. Let's see, let me find an example. Okay, yeah, this is what it's supposed to look like, and I just forgot the syntax. Okay, namespace, sleep word extractor, maybe. Probably don't need a namespace. replace this with this, and then we'll try to put something here. Okay, so let's see what that does. Cool. Okay, so we have like a source directory. I'm gonna try printing that out. And that doesn't work. Okay. Let's try like interpolating it in the console write line statement. So to do that, to do string interpolation, many ways you can do it. I think it's this, and then you say, but I might be mixing JavaScript with C#. Testing this thing, : Okay, that does work, cool. Yeah, you don't need this then. Okay, so. Cool, yeah. That's where we wanna basically manage files. So the first thing we wanna do is we wanna have a loop. So we want a loop in this folder. Let's see. Again, can just use this, I think. Source directory. And then we want to say slash this RSC plus. Interesting, it has RSCV sleep words. Which, why would it be holding that? Because like RSCV is not supposed to be open source or anything. So then we want to add this. And that's our PNG directory. So now we can say looping through files in this directory. And then let's see if that works. Oh shoot. I think I have to say like that. Maybe that'll work. Okay, cool. So now what we need to do is actually loop through it. So we can do a for each var, I guess it'd be better to say file in directory dot get files PNG directory. Cannot convert type string. Oh, okay, this gives me an array of strings. Okay. Alright, that's fine. String path. So for each path, we're gonna say if path dot contains incorrect, then skip it by going to the next iteration of the loop. And now we want to get the file. We want to get a couple things. First thing we want to get is the file, I guess. File PNG. Say sleeper PNG is equal to system.io.get file. There's some kind of like get file by path thing. Okay, here's where I'm gonna need to do some Googling. I guess I don't need to get the file, I just need to move the file. So, let me think. Yeah, I think I need to do a file.move. Source file name, dest file name, okay. So then, before we get the file, let's get the sleep word, actually. I'm mixing up things. So, sleep word is equal to path. Let's see. So for something that's not incorrect, the first underscore is going to be after sleep. So I think we can say the index after sleep underscore is where we start. And then we end after... We basically end before the second underscore. We're gonna try that and see what happens. Right now that seems like it could work. So, we're gonna do a substring. The first we're gonna say start index is path dot index of sleep underscore. So we want to start at this plus, well wait, that's gonna be just 0. So these always have sleep underscore in the beginning of the file name, it looks like. So, with that assumption, we can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then, okay, so this is index 0, this is index 1, this is index 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. We want index 6, because then that'll be after the first underscore. I'm gonna make these ints, you don't really have to. End index would be the second underscore, I think. So path dot index of You know what we can do? We can remove sleep underscore from the file name. So we can say updated file name is equal to... Wait, does it get the full path? Okay. We'll say updated path. Path dot replace. Now turns a new string which all occurrences of a specified string and the current instance are replaced with another specified string. Okay. I think we can use this where we just say like replace sleep underscore with nothing. so this is going to remove sleep underscore from the string. So then for the end index, we're going to say, give me the index of the underscore. So this is going to be the second one, actually. So then I think we want this minus 1, so that doesn't include the underscore. I'm not sure if substring is like inclusive or exclusive. But yeah, I'm just gonna start logging some of this stuff. End index is end index, and then sleep word is sleep word. And we're just gonna log this for now. We're not gonna do anything with it yet. And then we'll say readline. Readline just means don't skip past it and let us read it, and then we have to go through it. I guess if we do readline in a loop, we have to press enter each time. So we might want to do like this. We'll do another write line at the end, just saying, unprocessing PNG directory. And then, yeah, let's see. Okay, let me review this. So we're getting all the file paths to the PNG directory. If it contains incorrect, we're skipping it. And we're saying replace sleep underscore with something else, empty. Use that updated path. See, here's where we need to do that. There we go. Although, okay, hold on. This needs to be 0 now because we removed sleep underscore. Let me just comment this out for now. So now we're starting at 0 and then we're going until the next underscore. Yeah, let's see what happens. Oh, I forgot these aren't file names, these are file paths. Okay, so... Okay, so, yeah, we need to get the file names, not the file paths. Let's see. Wonder... Path.get file name. Okay. Path. Okay, so let's work with... Ooh. Changing method might not have any effect. Let's say using system.io.path. I don't know if this is where you use, but using. So .NET has changed so much. So basically with that using, we shouldn't need the prefix. So let's work with the file name now. And why is this a problem? Changing method might not have any effect until... Oh, I forgot we're still debugging. Okay, this should go away now, yeah. So we'll write down the file name as well. There we go. Let's try it. Sleep zoology. End index is 4. How did it get that? Okay, hold on. We need to do different logging. Remove this read line. Updated file name is zoology underscore flying snow. What? Why would the end index be 4? Makes no sense. Oh, we're not using the updated file name. Okay. Maybe that has something to do with it. Okay, updated file name is this. End index is 6. Makes no sense. Wait, zoology. Okay. The index of the underscore should be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so the index of the underscore is 7. So I don't think we want to subtract by 1. I thought we did. I think it doesn't include the end then. Like, it only includes what you're after. Let's try this. Okay, so zoology, youth. Let's just have it print the sleep words now. Excuse me. Uh-oh, suddenly awoke. What's this? Okay, so suddenly awoke isn't helpful, right? Because if we look at this file name, it doesn't have the word in there, so that's not helpful. So I think we can't include this either. And I wonder how many have suddenly awoke. Because 2.7 thousand out of the 8,000 had incorrect, so let's see. Okay, so only 368 of them have suddenly woke. That's good, because then it's not a bunch of them. So let me just get this string. Okay. So basically, if it contains suddenly awoke, then we just skip it. And let's see what happens now. Okay, aback. Abandons. This one is like a weird casing. I wonder if it matters. Oh, flying snow. Oops. I don't think that's a word. Okay. Let's figure out what happened there. Okay, so we gotta find a flying snow and figure out. Oh, it's not showing us everything because it's too long. But I think if we remove this, we can actually figure it out by figuring out what's next to it, so that we have a flying snow, right? So, where is it? Somewhere. These all seem to be words, which is good so far. That's weird, I'm not seeing a flying snow now. Oh, there it is. Okay, a flying snow. So, it's right next to askance. So, let's go into the folder and find askance. And if I highlight it, it might remember... maybe not. We were down by a range. Okay, so here's a ray, so it's somewhere like right around here. Ascribed, ashamed, askance. Oh, I get it. Because we're replacing sleep underscore with nothing. So I didn't realize that the sleep word was actually asleep. So let's fix that. So we just need to fix it at the very beginning. So replace. I wonder how you do it at the very beginning. I guess we could also do like replace first 5 characters. Something like that. Excuse me, Beast, we have a big problem. You aren't using dark mode, colorful programs and text, 100% API, AI tools, subscription model software. What's wrong with you? Hey man, this is my weekend time. I can do things however I want to. Yeah, we can just use substring, I think. So like we can say substring, and we'll just say start at index like 6 or something. So let's see. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, start at index 6. Let's try it again. Okay. Go down to AR. Array. Ashamed. Askance. Asleep. There it is. Okay, cool. Asphalt. Assembled. Some of these are here twice, which seems unnecessary. So I'm probably going to remove them. And that, yeah, we would have to remove them because we can't have multiple files with the same name. Look at all these new words we'll have, guys. Instead of just advances and Carco and what's the other one I hate? There's one I hate that I get all the time. Floppy. Whatever. Anyway, yeah. These words are looking good. I'm not seeing any jarring issues. Flopty. Okay, this is looking good. What we need to do now is remove the duplicates. So, I guess we could maintain a list. Say, like, I don't know, let's see. Like, list, I think we're gonna have to manage like multiple things, so let me think. I think we want to create a class. I'm just gonna do something stupid like file to move. So this is gonna be a file to move. We can make it public, and it has I think there's like a keyword for it that I can use. There we go. Public string path. This is like the full path of it, right? Let's say that's the source path, not the source path of the file that should be moved. I got into programming in college. I was about to do accounting instead, and I just liked accounting, or sorry, I liked programming more, so I just went with that. But I learned it in college via like elective classes and stuff like that. Next one we're gonna create is the file name to use, which would be like okay. So just a simple class. Basically, we're gonna make a class of this. So hold on, don't do that. And then Oh, hold on. It might not need anything else. Let's say files to move equal to new list file to move. So obviously stop troubleshooting or stop debugging. So for each one of these, we're going to add it. So we'll say new file to move, and let's just add a constructor to make this easier. Might be overkill, but whatever. String path, string file name, and then path is equal to path, file name is equal to file name. So now we can say the path is this, and the file name to use is the sleep word plus .png. So we're gonna get this sleep word, but we wanna check if it's already in there. So if files to move dot contains, and let's just make this a little easier by saying new file name would be this. So if it contains, ooh, this is gonna be tough though because it's a compound object. But basically, if it doesn't contain, so if not contains, then we add it. But so instead of contains, I think we need to do where. So if there's no file in this array or list where the file.file name is equal to new file name, then that means we can move it basically. Hold on. Oh, okay. So I think we want any. Or if there's a none now, that'd be good. There's not, okay. So let me explain this code. I think what this is gonna do is it's gonna say, if there are not any items in this list that have a file name matching the new file name we wanna make, then we add it. This will prevent duplicates from being added, because we did see some duplicates in that list. By duplicates. Yes, exactly. Yeah, so if there was an item in the list that had the same name that we're about to add, then this would be correct. This would match. Oh wait, hold on. Let me think. No, we're adding it with this file name, so yeah, we're good. Yeah, so it would match, I think. We'll see. And then we're just gonna console log this, so like console right line at the end. Files to move. I don't know if this is gonna work. Yeah, it's a list, okay. let's just get the file names that we created. So select x.file name, and then maybe that'll work. I don't know if you can interpolate it like that. Rock spawned me in R2H and RSC. Good luck. Yeah, that won't work either. I'm thinking too much like JavaScript. I guess we could say JSON, something. How many programming languages do I know? I know C#, JavaScript, /TypeScript, a little bit of Java through like OpenRC in college, PHP, but I haven't used it in years, so not much there. And that's basically it. I also know VB.net, but no one uses that anymore. I forget how you turn like a select into a string, if possible. Let's see. Console.writeLine in IEnumerable. Oh, we need to loop through it. Okay, that makes sense. It's still used for some companies. It's pretty it's still pretty popular, actually. I think it's still used by a lot of companies. If you look on Stack Overflow and go to that tag, just PHP, you can see how many new questions are being asked and, you know, how active it is. So I think it is still pretty, you know, used. So we can remove this and try that. And oh, let's also disable this for now, because we don't need it. Okay, so let's look at this list. So there shouldn't be any duplicates. Yeah, I'm not sure how this is gonna work. Will it have to be the same case? I guess if we don't want that to... I don't think it matters. Let's actually test that right now, because we can just see what happens in, like, RSC. I think it doesn't matter what case you enter. I would assume. That'd be really weird if it did. Did I bring a sleeping bag here? I did. Okay, so the word is bites. So let's try entering B-I-T-E-S. Yes, it still works. Okay. That's what I thought. Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't matter what the casing of the file names are, because it doesn't really, like, care. Where was I? BS. Okay. So yeah, we have this list of... Where's my terminal? We have this list of words. There aren't any duplicates now. That's great. I don't want to stare at this for too long, but I'm not seeing any duplicates, and I did see them before. There are a lot of similar words. Adults.png. Yeah, this looks good. Lots of words. Surprisingly, there's not like a lot towards the end of the alphabet. Like when you go down to V and then you get to Y, it's like there's 6 things. But I guess there aren't a lot of words that start with Y. Okay, yeah, these look great. So I'm gonna go to the next step, which would be for each of these files to move, we're gonna actually move them to a new folder. So let me see. The plan was copy this file to a new folder, set the file name to... Yep. Okay, so then in this folder, we're gonna put... Yeah, I think we'll just put it in here. So we'll say file.move, file to move dot path. That's the source path, and then here we're gonna say move to source directory slash. It doesn't matter. PNG is fixed. Slash. Hold on, let me make this first. I don't know, I should probably put it here. It doesn't really matter. We're gonna put it here. So then we have PNG and we have PNGs fixed. So let's do this. And then we're gonna say file to move dot file name, and give me an @ here. So move it from the PNG folder for each of these files we want to move that are deduped to this folder with the file name that we already set up here. Should be pretty simple. Yeah, let's see what that does. See if it works. Now, I don't know if we really want to move it though. Let's think about this. I think we want to copy it. We don't want to move all these from the directory. We want to copy them. So file.copy. Maybe there's a file.copy. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we just want to replace move with copy. Because in case we want to keep looking at those PNGs, we want them to stay there. So copy from source to destination. I think this should work. No, I just try to keep it clean as much as possible. Like this is a console write line I might not need anymore. I don't know. It's more fun to write if it looks good. Oh Jesus. Anchor.png already exists. Okay. So then I thought we didn't have any duplicates. Let's see. Let's see. So it created a bunch of them. But then it got to anchor, and it couldn't create it because it... okay. Let's see... Let's log these again. Oh, there are 2 anchors. I think we're not... Interesting. Yeah, I think we need to be case insensitively checking for duplicates. So, yeah, we just need to... So let's compare these by saying make them both lowercase. And then when we make them both lowercase, then they will match, so then they won't be added to the list. Let's try that. Yeah, so now we only have anchor capital, which is fine. So that should fix that problem. Okay, so let's try now. So now we're still gonna get the same problem because a bunch of these already exist, which is fine. We're gonna, how do you copy and then ignore it if it exists? If not file exists, okay. Or we could clear it. I don't know. Let's try clearing it. Easy enough. There we go. Probably do a little dance. Okay, so there we go. These are the PNGs fixed. And look at them, aren't they beautiful? Let's pick a random one out of nowhere. Harmonic. Open that image. Does it actually say harmonic? It does, okay. Harlequin. So there might still be some issues potentially, but I think there shouldn't be, because these are the ones that weren't incorrect. So they should work as far as I know. Look for like advances. Okay. Just thinking, picking a few that we know we had problems with in the past. Android. Okay, actually, well, that's gonna be a tough one for you guys. Android, I think you'll be able to figure it out. Curvature, if it's a word. Look for the wrong spelling. Okay. Cargo. The file name is cargo. The sleep word is cargo. Plow. Okay. Plows actually has an S. Plow doesn't have an S. Plowing is correct. Look at these sleep words. They're actually correct now. Okay. So the next step is to get these ready to be deployed to the server. Because they seem really good right now. I'm not seeing anything that's like, okay, that's not working. We do extra large. Look, we even have Draenor. Yeah, these look good. So the next step is to schedule maintenance for the new free play server. And then basically we're gonna clear out this folder, and then we're gonna, once it's empty, we're gonna put the new files into that folder from the PNG fix folder. So let's do that now. So somewhere else. Let's see. Let's do it for like, I don't know, Tuesday. Maybe like at night, because we do have like a lot of Finnish players. Maybe like 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. my time. Should be fine. We could do it tomorrow. Mondays are like kind of dead, I think. Let's do that. Okay, so July 14th. I don't think I have any appointments. Okay, so maintenance, go ahead and create it, copy it. Okay, so that's in motion. So basically this is in code review now, because we're like basically ready to apply that. Now let's think about how we're gonna apply these images to the server though, because we have like 4,000 images here. So we could add this to a zip file and then upload it to our hosting provider, and then download it on the server, which would probably be a good idea. So let's see, 7-zip, add to zip. Okay, this is only 3 megabytes, so that's a huge win, because I think before it was like humongous. Oh, it was only 2 megabytes. Well, whatever. These are really small images, huh? Oh yeah, we're talking about bytes. Okay, so still probably a good idea to do a zip, and then we're gonna upload this to our hosting, our file host, and I'm gonna do that off screen, although it doesn't really matter. It's a little bit private, so we're gonna do that off screen, and drag. Okay, so those are ready to go, and I'm thinking we should probably test this on the test server first, real quick to make sure it works. So let me do this. TeamViewer. Test server is over here. So TeamViewer. Okay, so I think the server isn't even running, so I would try. Yeah, we're gonna. There's that hosting provider. I guess now you see it anyway. Do I have 2 connections open? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, refresh this. Go ahead and download this file to, let's just put it, I don't know, documents. It's done. Okay, so we are going to go and extract this. I'm going to freshen up my coffee. I'll be right back, and hopefully this will be done by the time I get back. I'm back, sorry for the wait. I might also switch playlists here, because I think we've heard Ibiza Lounge for a good hour or so. Let's take down the BRB screen. 1 second. Okay, cool. So, this finished extracting. So, what we're gonna do... Oof. There are multiple ways we could do this. Control A probably isn't a good idea. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say copy this. And now we're gonna do... Let's see... So I need to find the server. I think this is it. Maybe. It would be... It's either this one or the other one. Let's see. So let's go into server and we'll look at default.conf for whatever it is. I think this is it. Because the test server has specific, yeah. Need free to play test. Oh, you know what? I have a bat file that runs it. Let me edit this and see what this is doing. Okay, need free to play /server. That's what it should be. Got it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here. We're gonna find that sleep word directory that I mentioned before. Hold on. There's some stuff we gotta clear out. So the folder path was core server conf server data sleep words. Way too long. Core. Let's see. Oh, I think core is like the root. Let's see. Server conf server data. Okay, so these are the existing sleep words. They're the same as the production server, so we have like curry mature, if I type it right, which is expecting you to type a U. So those are the sleep words. What we're gonna do is rename this folder to something else. So let's rename it to very bad sleep words. I'm not even gonna make it that. Let's just, I don't know, something so that it won't be recognized as a sleep word folder. And then we're gonna paste the PNG's fix folder here. Okay, so we have this PNGs fixed with all of our 4,000 working sleep words, which this one had 1,000. Wow, this is going to be 4 times as good, basically. And we're going to change it to sleep words, and we're going to hope that that works. But, you know, we'll see. It should work. So, if that's named sleep words, then I think we're good. So let's try running RSC. This is going to run the test server. So while that's firing up, let me get a client going here. And we're going to switch to, actually, yeah, it can't be controlled. It needs to be the regular client because I don't have the test server worlds in anything but the regular client. So let me go here, I switched to World 6, and then we're gonna try to log in as I think Beast Fable. Loading 4,316 pre-rendered sleepboard images. That's good so far. Okay. So let's see if this login works. I forget what the login is. It might be It might be Beast Fable. Interesting. We're not getting anything. Although my world list might need to be updated. Because, yeah, my IP is different. Okay. I think there's nothing you can do. You kind of have to just close it. Figure out what my new IP is. Okay, let's go into options, change it to the new one, which I don't care if you guys can see, it doesn't matter. Cool. Alright, so we're on the new server now, and we're gonna say item sleeping bag. So we spawn new sleeping bag, item, using burbling, what the, burbling? Let's make sure I can just type anything and get it wrong. Okay, cool. I'll just keep doing that just to check what these are. A little bit. Postcards. These all seem very different so far, which would make sense, but I'm just making sure that it's working. Wanted densities. I won't do this for too long. I know it's boring to watch. Debugger. Tissues. Microwave. Payable. Incidents. These do seem like sleep words that we have not had before. Volador. Boozer? Ooh. Okay, that's it. Marcher. Yeah, I think we're good. These are new sleep words that we haven't had before, so yeah, we don't have to continue. That's working great. Let's actually do one more thing, and that's when you click this guy, click here to get a different one. Humbly. That's working. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's working on the test server, and that's great. So now we kind of just want to like make this available to other people. Now I don't know if any other servers need this, but I mean, I think it's useful to provide these fixed sleep word images in like a repository so people can just get them and they don't have to do what I just did and create a script to fix them all. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a new repository. And while I'm at it, let me log into Beast Fable. Not my personal work. GitHub Beast Fable. Okay. So we're gonna make a new repository. I don't know. RSC plus. So it's RSC plus replay sleep words. Let me make sure I'm following Log's advice too. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I think we're gonna call it RSC plus replay. Let's do this. RSC plus replay leak words fixed. Or we could say PNGs fixed. It's a bit long. PNG's clean. Whatever. So how about automatic chainsaw? No. Yeah, whatever. So basically this is okay, so this is fine. Let's say public license. I think that's fine. I forget what the differences between licenses are. Okay, yeah, let's just do MIT. Okay, so I think that the plan, I think the play here is to do a clone of this into here. And then now that we're cloned into it, we copy it basically. So let me copy this over here. And we'll use the same folder name, I think, that the server uses. That way you just copy it and you don't have to rename it or anything. So let's just name it sleep words. And there are all the sleep words. They're fixed. And so now let's open this folder. RSC plus dash replay dash sleep word PNGs clean. Get status. Get add negative A. I hope that works. Oh, this might be difficult. Might just take a long time. Let's see. I wonder if there's a limit for how many items you can add to a Git repository. I hope not. Let's not commit yet. Let's open this in Visual Studio Code. Hold on. Open folder. C. Yeah, let's select this. And we're just gonna update the README. Background. Open RC. I'm gonna get a little novelty with this probably. So sleep words work. I'll just say tab their player wake up. Therefore, it is important for sleep word file names and their image content to match. However, OpenRSC's wiki page links to the wrong I don't know, it links to the wrong repo for sleep words. I'll just say it links to a repo that has really bad ones. And then let me do a few links here. So first of all, this is the wiki page, which I'll be editing. So I don't know. I guess, will I be editing it? Probably. I don't know if I can still edit pages like this. Let me see if I can find my login. Oh, jeez. Let's look at history. Because I do want to fix this, kind of. I don't know. Let's see. Huh. I have no idea what my password is. Okay, if the information submitted is valid, password reset email will be sent. I'm just gonna say as of this writing. And then we're gonna link this like this. Yes, this is not it. This is what it links to. Copy link address. So we'll just put this in the repository. Word. Okay. I'm kind of like making this a bit of a creative writing experience. I don't know. Probably shouldn't. Anyway, the point is... nobody's gonna want to read this. I would say rename your existing... I don't know. Okay, we'll give them steps. Clone. Turn your server off. Delete your existing sleepers folder. Or rename it to something else. Then copy the sleepers folder you downloaded, extracting it first if necessary. server conf server data folder. I think that's it. Server conf server data folder. We'll say root. Okay. So let me get the exact verbiage here. Cool. Okay. By looping through the source directory, omitting any files that had incorrect or suddenly, what was it? Suddenly awoke. I'll say skipping because that's more applicable to a loop. And simply copying each file to a new location with the name sleepword.png. Oh, obviously extracting each sleepword. Note that this repository does not include around 300 sleepword files in that PNGs folder that were too long for Windows to calm down. Okay, I think this is a pretty good README. I spent way too much time on it. Let me just read it. Should have PNG extension. The file name of these is what the user needs to enter. Links to a repository that contains really, really bad sleep words. Sleep words that have file names not matching the content image and lead to user confusion. I'll say player confusion. and overall leading to a bad player experience. There's a repository. Now here's where I want to link the repository, so let me do this. This is the repository. Start the server in the console, you should see something like this. I'm just gonna say things to be aware of. I'll say limitations. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is good. So we've added sleep words. They're all here. Yay. And we're ready to commit this. Get status. Get add -a. Commit -m. I guess I should like do credits. Sharing the 2003. Is it 2003 Scape? Interesting. Okay, cool. Initial commit. Added working sleep words. Updated it. There. Status. Push. Probably can't push it yet. Oh wait, what? Wait, what branch am I on? Status. Oh no, this should just push. Where's the error? Return URL. Return to error 403. Oh, it's because I'm not Beast Fable. Okay. So because I created it as Beast Fable, it's not working because I'm using a different account in the command line. In terminal. Okay, let's try this. Invalid key. Oh. User.name. Can I use quotes? Okay. So can I push now? Huh. Or we could add my other GitHub account that's in the terminal as a user. I don't know, I should probably just do that. Seems easier. Okay, so now let's log into him, I guess. GitHub.com. Sign in. Two-factor auth. Okay, so I can't find notifications on here. Yeah, not seeing any notifications on here. Let me just check my email. Copy link address. Accept an invitation. Okay, so let's see what that did. Hopefully that worked. Refresh. Okay, so they're a collaborator. Let's see if I can do it now. Looks like it worked. Alright, so we go back to code. Okay. So I think people should be able to just download folders like separately. Let's see. Wow, this is super slow. It's looking good though. They're all in there, so. Cool. Alright, this is really cool. And now this exists as a thing that people can use. And here it is in the chat if for some reason you want to use it. Yeah, this is good. Okay, so then that's basically done now. We're just waiting for the maintenance period and we can do that. next step, let's see. I'm gonna change this to be a little bit more concise, because some of this information is in the README. Next step would probably be I mean, if we get access to our wiki account, then we can update that article. Or I can just ask Log to do it. I'm not getting an email from the wiki site, so I think I entered the wrong info. I guess we can create a new account. Let's try that. Let's see if we can create a new account. No, it doesn't give me an option. Yeah. Go back. So let's say gnome gotchas. I think I can show you guys this, it's fine. Makes more sense though, because I can see this on the other screen. I guess the risk with this repo is that it could become outdated as that's updated. So let's see. Like if this folder is ever updated, then well, was that last updated 5 years ago? So I don't know. Maybe it would never be updated, but if it's ever updated, then ours would need to be like updated in sync with that. so okay, let me just read this message to log. Cool. Yes, this is a message I just sent to log. Basically just saying go update the wiki page because I can't, and maybe update it to use my repo if he wants to. Yeah, so we're good there. So let me just see. We want to close this, close this, close this. Okay. So we're done with that now, basically. I've scheduled a maintenance period for tomorrow evening to apply new sleep words. Cool. So yeah, this is basically in code review. It's like not done yet, but it's close. Okay. So, next thing is going to be PKDR. So the problem with PKDR on the website is that it's like janky. So if we go to, let's do localhost. Basically, it's not correct if you rename your account, because it's going by account name, so it won't include kills or deaths on an account name that is like previous, like before you renamed it. Also, there is something that Jolt said, so let me read that. Are PKDR stats right? My account shows PKDR 0 kills 2 deaths. I have proof I've killed at least one since I have posted to screenshots channel. Huh. But this person is never renamed, so this is strange. Okay, so this was open 2 months ago. So yeah, let's look at how that's working. I think. Okay, free to play 197. Okay, so PKVR, I think we're using a function in Heidi or in MariaDB. So if we look at this, so we calculate KDR based on their kills and deaths. So let's see. Load kills and deaths. So we're saying, yeah, we're using SQL functions for this to get the kills and deaths. I don't know why. There was some kind of limitation when we were trying to make a single function to just calculate it. The KDR, kill death ratio. So let me look at this. Because kills is something that seems to be off. Yeah, so it's really simple logic right now. The only way we can get kills is from generic logs, because it'll say like was killed or something. And now I'm remembering why this is wrong. Because, oh Jesus. Okay, so the generic log table was cleared at some point, and I think it should not have been. It was cleared at some point because there was too much space on the there was not enough space on the drive. So I think everybody's PKDR got reset. Yeah. So generic logs is this one. Currently, it's only 42 MB. Huh. But there were backups taken before the generic log folder was erased. So let me think of something here. I was talking about this with log at some point, about the generic logs. I think I erased generic logs. Okay, so the backups will show it. Let me think how I want to do this. Let's log into the server. Yeah, so we don't have all the generic logs since the launch of the server, because the table was like cleared out at one point because the server was running out of space, but it was really the backups that were causing the server to run out of space. So I don't know. I guess if we have enough room to restore generic logs, we should do that. This is the server. Trying to make sure that none of these backups are like on this device, which they shouldn't be. At least these ones. Okay, yeah, that's all good. So let's see. There's 38 gigs, 31 gigs left of space. Basically, if we look at the backups around March 2025, we're gonna see a drop-off somewhere. I think. Maybe not. This is the website backup. That's not it. Yeah, not the website backup. Okay, so Oh, these are corrupt. Yeah, this really sucks that I cleared out the generic logs folder. I should not have done that. Let's see. So, if we open this with like VS Code. So this will have inserts. So if we look for generic logs, which it's not here because it's like not a complete backup. And this is probably something I shouldn't be showing. Yeah, when we get to like database data, this is where I'm like, I don't know, probably not. I'm gonna go back to the 15th and see open that with code. See if I can find that insert list for generic logs. Yeah, because it might be possible that we can replace this back into the database if it doesn't take too much space, and then PKDRs are fixed that way. I might have dropped, not dropped, I might have cleared the generic logs thing on stream once. I think that's possible, maybe. That might have happened. So let me see by looking at this channel, because the last live stream was the 23rd. I was working on the web client stuff, which never got done, basically. So it's not the 23rd, maybe the 16th? So I'm trying to figure out from this recording, this mod, if I was clearing out data. I don't think so. There's also another thing with this maintenance period that's coming up that I might want to do, and that is apply all the fixes I've made that I've created merge, like fixes to the game, that I've created merge requests for in Open's framework, because Open isn't like merging stuff. I don't know if it's any better now. Actually, there's only 26 requests open. Let's see. I thought there was like a comment by somebody here. Log in here. Yes, I am human. Okay, so I think a log just updated it with master or something. I thought he added like some other comment, but maybe not. So this is still here after like 3 months of just being here, you know, like he's not merging stuff as fast as we would like. And there's also another one, range escape bug fix. This has been here for a long time. So I'm starting to think, and this is a total tangent to what we were discussing before, but I'm starting to think that we should just start applying these to the Need free-to-play server as we test them and confirm that they're working, because they're just not getting merged. And even if they did get merged, they'd be merged into develop, which is not even stable. So we're using the stable branch of OpenRC as a base, and so it would take a while after that to get into stable. So that's like, I mean, if I've tested it, then we can test it out on the free-to-play server, because I've tested it with people on the test server. It's working. Let's just put it in there. Anyway, total tangent, sorry about that. But I'm trying to figure out when this generic logs folder was like, this table was cleared out. Let's see. Okay, so I think because the 15th is like the 15th has a lot of data, and then it goes down, and then it goes back to the 31st where it starts climbing again. So I think we can say that if we can get generic logs, specifically where it says killed, or maybe just all of them, and get all those insert statements, and then run all of them, then we would want to do that, because that'd be all the like history that we're missing. The problem is I don't know how big that's gonna make everything. Because like right now our database backups for the game server are already 108, and we're doing it every day. So if we insert these missing generic logs, basically it's gonna get even bigger, and then we might run out of space. I don't know, I'm starting to think, okay, like a few things going on here. Like first of all, I think when we move things to Dropbox, we should probably delete them here. So like, you know, I just backed up this one to Dropbox. Or wait, did it move? Oh, it did move. Oh, okay, hold on. They are moving, so that's good. I thought it wasn't moving, but it is moving. I thought it was copying. That's good, but I minimize this. I mean, I think first we need to move some more of these backups off to the Dropbox. Let's say if so, Discord PM me. I could also be logged in. It's hard to like do stuff on the server and be walking around, so it'd be easier if somebody was like here. Okay. Yeah, I might just have to test it myself. So let's log in. Okay. So what I want to do, I'm gonna put this over on the other screen, but I want to just like walk on it, and also try doing this. We'll copy like 4 of these. We'll cut them over there. Okay, I'm not noticing any lag on this side. Now, where would those files be? 10. Okay, there they are. So keep walking. And make these 4. Yeah, I'm just gonna start by saying make these offline. Make them online only. So that basically removes it from the disk but adds it to the cloud. Let's do like a bigger one like this, starting with the 18th. You have to wait for these to load and get added to the cloud. So we just need these all to be green. That means they're uploaded. And then we'll just... Okay, and then we can say make offline only, or online only, whatever. Okay, cool. We'll do a bigger group, like everything here. I don't know. Let's do everything else for the year of 2024. Cut, paste. Yeah, so what I want to do is just like clear out some of these backups that we don't need here anymore. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be lagging anybody. That's good so far. I think we're probably gonna do like up until the start of March or something. That should help with the space. I'm scaling. Oh shit, I need to open that here. Okay. Or did I? Okay, we're waiting. So it takes a while for these to upload, so it's just gonna be a while. But this is like good maintenance that I wanted to do like a long time ago. So I should probably just do the rest of them in one batch if I can. Yeah, so once we clear up the space, I'm thinking we'll just put the killed ones into the database. Because otherwise it's just going to be too much space and we don't need it. I'll just minimize this until I think that's done. That sounded like a server message. Oh no, never mind. Nothing important. I don't even know if I should really keep streaming at this point because I'm not doing anything. Just kind of waiting for these to finish uploading. So I might stop this week's stream there and we can come back to this next week. Or, you know, whenever I next want to work on this, I guess. What I'll do for now is put some notes in the ticket that says... backup file was it? I think we decided it was... this one. The generic logs table that have basically where message was killed. Okay, one thing we could do now while this is still kind of running is we could collate that list. So, which again, we probably shouldn't show this on screen because generic logs is kind of like private in a way. Yikes, I don't know how I'm gonna do this though. Oh boy. And VS just crashed when I tried to open the file that has all those. I mean, it's almost like we want to just grab all the insert statements for that generic logs table from that backup, put it into a new table on like a different server, and then delete the logs that we don't want using SQL commands, and then export that from Heidi as a new set of inserts. And then we have that, and then basically we just run that. That sounds a lot smarter than anything else. So yeah, I'm gonna stop the stream here because we've kind of reached a point where, you know, I need to think about things a little bit. And I'm gonna update this comment a little bit that says okay, just some thoughts. I will see you guys in the next one of these. And thank you for joining today. Hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye. We don't have a... I really need to add a see you next time screen. Anyway.